Enzo Maresca has thanked Rodri for his service at Manchester City. Chelsea have signed 17-year-old centre-back Alfie Osborne. Burnley have signed goalkeeper Gregory Kadir. And Manchester City midfielder Tiani Rangers has joined Al Ghadia. Here are your daily Premier League news headlines. Hi everyone, hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel to another edition of the Daily Premier League News Headlines, where I'll be going through all the latest news, rumours and reports. My name's Lee The Dorset Spur, and if you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Okay, so let's get into it. Enzo Maresca has thanked Rodri for his service at Manchester City following his exit to Barcelona. The 30-year-old Spain midfielder completed a £65.4 million move to Barcelona on Tuesday, as Maresca now targets Lille midfielder Ayoub Bouadi as a potential replacement. Speaking to Sky Sports News when asked about his parting message to Rodri, who he worked with during his time as Pep Guardiola's assistant when the club won the treble, Maresca said, "Rodri is a top player. Any club or manager wants to work with Rodri. The reason why he is a top player, there is no way to continue, and it is normal that a player takes a different decision, a different way or path. It is a moment of change. Rodri, Bernardo Silva, John Stones, Nathan Ake, we will see what happens in the transfer window. Very happy to start this journey. All the fans, the club, they all thankful for Rodri, but I also think it's a win-win. The club will be thankful to Rodri, and Rodri has to be thankful to the club and the fans. Win for win." Chelsea have signed 17-year-old centre-back Alfie Osborne from Hearts for £400,000. After switching from midfield to centre-back last season, Osborne captained Hearts under-18 side to win the Scottish FA Youth Cup final and has also captained Scotland's under-19s team. He also played 28 times for Hearts B in the Lowland Football League, the fifth tier of senior football in Scotland. Burnley have signed goalkeeper Gregory Kadir from League One side Brest on a permanent deal. The 27-year-old has joined on a 4-year contract. Norwich City have signed Fenerbahce winger Anthony Musaba on a season-long loan. The Championship club will pay a significant percentage of the 25-year-old's wages after finding a replacement for Al Ahmed following his ACL injury. Manchester City midfielder Tiani Rangers has joined Al Ghadia for £51 million. The 28-year-old only joined City from AC at Milan last summer for £46.3 million and made 50 appearances, scoring 7 goals. Rangers will work under Brendan Rodgers at Al Ghadia, who finished 4th in the Saudi Pro League last season. The Netherlands international is the latest statement signing after last summer's acquisition of Italian striker Matteo Retugi for around £56 million. Aston Villa are interested in Chelsea defender Tosin as the potential replacement for Endre Konsa. Tosin is one of the few options Villa are considering to replace Konsa after a £50 million deal was agreed to sell him to Arsenal. Chelsea are now ready to listen to offers for Tosin, who also has interest from Marseille, Benfica and Seville. Marseille are believed to have made initial contact with Chelsea about Tosin, who is played under Xabi Alonso in pre-season up until the game against Real Sociedad last weekend, when he was not in the squad. Ajax have held talks to sign Aston Villa winger Leon Bailey It's understood the Dutch club are exploring the conditions of a deal and they're considering making an official offer for the Jamaica international. Bailey, 21, has 1 year left on his contract at Villa. Hull were close to signing him earlier in the window, but talks between the clubs have stalled. Hull are now assessing other options with strong interest in Fiorentina's Nicola Fortini. So, my thoughts on a couple of these stories. Gianni Rangers going to Saudi Pro League is a big move. It just shows the pool of the money in the Saudi Pro League currently, with certain players, even, before we were talking about a lot of the older players that were kind of going towards the end of their careers, going over there to kind of feather their nest before they kind of hang up their boots sort of thing. But now we're talking about, players in their prime, top players in their prime, going over there, and it does seem like the Pro League is on a way up there. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one to see whether that ever kind of takes a shine away from the Premier League or whatever, because sometimes the bubbles tend to burst. But a bit early for that at this moment in time. But it does seem like the Saudi Pro League is one that is up and coming, attracting big players on big money. The story about Tosin from Chelsea going to Aston Villa is kind of a little bit on the side of this, because I think that the main part of this is Konsa going to Arsenal for £51 million. Big deal for them. They're doing a lot of good work in the transfer window. Unfortunately, really annoying as a Tottenham fan to have to say that. But yeah, they're buying well and buying in positions where they really need to strengthen to keep that pressure up and to try to ensure that they get a back-to-back title next season. Manchester City going through a lot of turmoil, losing a lot of players as well. But Aston Villa, it's interesting. Aston Villa losing a lot of players this season, along with Newcastle, who've both sold lots of top players during this window. So it'll be interesting to see how both those clubs fare in the new season. So yeah, a couple of interesting points there to just kind of get our heads around. Anyway, listen, that's it from me. So thanks for watching and listening. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. I'm Lee The Dorset Spur. I'll see you on the next one. And as always, up the Spurs.